WID News 8's The Score.
We need to bring the fight tonight.
The Quad City's only half-hour high school football show.
Can we win a football game? Let's go take care of our business.
The Score, sponsored by Temple's AdCraft, Crawford Company, Blackhawk Bank and Trust, and Midwest Complete Construction.
Welcome to week 6 of The Score. A ton of great high school football to get to once again. And as always, a guest griller. And we figured it's Ryder Cup week. No one better to talk with than our good friend, John Deere Classic Tournament Director, Andrew Lehman. And you look the part too.
Thanks. I had to break this out for tonight.
And I'm assuming you probably brought one for each of us.
Actually, this is the nicest I've ever looked when I've been behind a grill.
He always makes us look bad, no matter what we go to do.
Well, that goes without saying. I think we do a good job of that ourselves.
Yeah. You know your way around a grill, allegedly.
I think so. Yeah, I've been told that.
And explain what we're going to grill, how we're going to do it, what you put on these things. Take us through this whole thing.
Well, I tell you what, you put me on a little bit of a budget.
We did.
We did porterhouses a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
I was put on a tight budget, so we figured.
Chuck killed us, man.
Yeah, well, and there's low expectations tonight. We're going to keep the grill from being on fire.
Nope, no fires.
But we're going to do pork chop sandwiches, and it's a really signature piece of the John Deere Classic.
Yeah.
Always has been. Pork chop hill down by 16 green. We've got our cookies flavor enhancer that we're going to use for our seasoning. This is outside of the comfort zone.
Look, did you see this?
We're going to do a little Jethro's out of Des Moines and Ankeny.
I've been to Jethro's. Jethro's barbecue is fantastic.
It is fantastic, and Matt just had this for the first time, and he told me it was life-changing for him.
It's really good. It's really good.
That was the exact words.
I'm excited about that right there.
So we have a really good, we're looking good right now. We got some pork chops going on the grill. We got a lot of high school football. And Corey will start in Geneseo with a rivalry that was supposed to go the other way. This is an interesting one.
So yeah, we talked to Larry Johnson earlier today, and he was excited about this matchup between Geneseo and Sterling, and we'll pick this one up in the first quarter. Leafs face 4th and 11 when A.J. Weller connects and rolls out to hits Luke Johnson. That's a 12-yard gain and a first down. It leads to Braden Combs. 27-yard field goal, and it's 3-0 Geneseo. Sterling's defense would play pretty big in this game, getting into the backfield and getting the sack of Weller. He would eventually leave the game later. It's Sterling looking to take the lead. They do it on this pass. Golden Warriors 4th and long. Drew Nettleton deep to Amazon admin. 32-yard pitch and catch. 7-3 at that point. It's crazy, but Sterling wins this 13-3. They get a touchdown in the final seconds, a 99-yarder to win it 13-3.
Wow. First loss of the season for Geneseo. Let's head to Rocky Stadium. Something had to give. UT and Rock Island both looking for their first conference victory. Rock Island a little defense in the first quarter. Panthers put on the turf. Rock Island grabs it. That stops a UT drive, keeps things scoreless. Second quarter, we're still scoreless. Rock Island goes to the air. That's Javion Clark-Pugh to Elijah Venegas for the 12-yard pickup and a first down. That would lead to this, a little special teams. The field goal from 34 yards away is pure. Rock Island grabs an early 3-0 lead. United Township, though, would get right back to work. They got a young sophomore workhorse at running back, Isaiah Navarrete, and he looked the part here in the second quarter. Check out this run. Bounces outside and then goes head over heels for that pickup. 30 yards and a first down. UT keeps it on the ground. Christopher Ward goes right up the middle and rumbles 25 yards as well. Panthers in striking distance, and that would lead to this. Matthew Kelly going to the air, finding Gabriel Palmassi for the 20-yard touchdown strike. UT led at that point. This one, though, goes the way of Rock Island. Fritz Unone with his first victory in Western Big Six play, and with Rock Island 24-14, your final score.
Galesburg making that trip south to Quincy. It's 5-0 Quincy, undefeated. First quarter, Galesburg's Gino Williams to Americ Richardson. This big play will take them all the way down into Quincy territory as he's eventually pushed out of bounds. It would lead to a Sam Satsky field goal, and the Streaks would get on the board. Quincy answers with Braden Little. He can sling it just a little bit. Hits Jarius Rice for a touchdown after he scrambles. This one was a rout early as this Blue Devils are still undefeated, 56-19 winners.
We will head to Bettendorf, or actually I should say up to Cedar Rapids. Bettendorf 5-0, ranked third in the state, taking on Kennedy and looking good. Gavin Barta with the first down right there, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Barta goes up the middle and into the end zone for the touchdown. Bettendorf up 7-0, but Kennedy would answer back with a big play right here. The touchdown strike ties it at 7, and it's Saul Cougars after that. Bettendorf suffers their first loss of the season. 34-14 your final in that one. We'll head to Pleasant Valley, and Andrew Lehman, you make the call.
Pleasant Valley Spartans hosting the Cedar Fall Tigers. It was homecoming at PV tonight. The 4-1 Pleasant Valley Spartans hosting the 3-2 Cedar Fall Tigers. With 7 minutes left in the first quarter on the opening drive, Coy Kipper's handoff to Harvey works beautifully, and Harvey easily finding his way to the end zone for the first score. 7-0 Pleasant Valley. 5 minutes later, it's Kipper and Harvey again, running it in for the Spartan first down. One play later, Pleasant Valley is going to run it again. This time, Tate Lyon, who barely misses the end zone.
So close.
Harvey's going to look around and dive into the end zone himself. It's now 14-0 PV.
Ooh, Andrew Lehman, well done.
But we're
my
not done
friend.
yet. In the second quarter, Cedar Falls trying to make something happen. It's a long lob downfield, and it's intercepted by Harvey, who had a fantastic game tonight. Pleasant Valley wins this one, 31-28.
I feel like he could do this job.
No surprise
Better
there,
than us.
right? What a matchup in 4A. North Scott at Xavier. A rematch of last year's state semifinals. Lancers would get on the board. Kyler Girardi looking to find the end zone, and he gets in for a touchdown to make it 7-0. Next, it would be Girardi looking downfield, and this time he will connect with Cash Bow. Saints say it's no good, but he does toe tap to get in. It's 14-0 at that point, but then the Saints answer, and they do it in a big way. They go to the bag of tricks. It's a flea flicker. Carson Slaughter receives a pitch and launches a pass to wide open Colton Beasler-Weber. He gets lost on the sidelines. This one was close. Lancers lose 26-20.
A marquee matchup in 3A. 4-1 Mountain Vernon, 4-1 Assumption. First game at Mountain Vernon's new football stadium cost about $7 million. That's tournament director money right there. Knights trailing 10-0 at the break. Come out swinging in the third. Jake Timmons, a short pass to Lane Girardi, makes some guys miss. It's good enough for 19 yards and a first down. Knights take advantage. Timmons with the quarterback keeper gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Assumption on the board cuts the lead to 10-7. Later in the third, Assumption trailing 17-7, but driving. 3rd and 11, Timmons calls his own number, stays on his feet, picks up the first down, but Assumption cannot capitalize. The Mustangs get the ball back, they find the end zone, and it's Assumption falling for the second time this season. First time in district play, Mount Vernon wins this one 24-7, your final in that one.
3-2 Muscatine are on the road at Linmar. Muskies opening drive. And they're going to keep it on the ground, and who do they give it to? Well, nobody else but Ty Kozad. He'll do the rest, picks up the first down, but the ball pops out. Don't worry, he's got a teammate there to pick it up. Gage Curtis recovers. Very next play, they go back to Kozad. Even fakes Camille out.
No.
74 yards, you're not going to catch him. The kid's fast, and it's 7-0 Muscatine. After back-to-back touchdowns from the Lions, a big third down for Muscatine. Curtis will air it out to Darnell Thompson. Nice grab here as he picks up the first down. Muscatine had to settle for a field goal, but not an easy one. Jackson Ottmer knocks in the 36-yarder. Muscatine trails 14-10. The Muskies fall on the road 35-9.
To Brady Street Stadium we go. Davenport Central hosting Iowa City High. Second quarter in this one, Blue Devils trying to get anything going. Sophomore quarterback Marcus Burton with the tough run right there, picking up about 7 yards. Not quite good enough for a first down. Iowa City High gets the ball back, and they hand it to Miles Parlett, and he finds nothing but daylight ahead. This one goes 67 yards. It made it 47-0 at the half. Central falls in this one, 61-0, your final score. Let's hop the river, a good one over in the track. Battle of Unbeatens, 5-0 Princeton, 5-0 Kewanee. Opening drive doesn't take long for the Tigers to score. William Lott to Noah Laporte, 33-yard touchdown. Tigers up 7-0. Second quarter, Kewanee answers 19-yard TD pass. Brady Clark to Colson Wellat for the, and he gets into the end zone, I should say. That tied things up at 7 at recess. Second half, Princeton grabs all the momentum. Ace Christensen finds the corner, and check out the speed. He races it all the way down inside 10, inside the 5, down to the 1-yard line. They punch it in the very next play, and it's 14-7. Then later in the third, they add to it. It's Lott to Laporte again. Another touchdown, and it's Princeton looking really good, especially in the second half. They get that big old trophy, 37-14. Let's hear from the victorious Tigers.
Oh, it feels amazing, that rivalry game. I mean, we knew this was the game on the calendar. And yeah, right there, we didn't execute in the first half, came out in the second half, totally new team, and right there, the result.
We knew they were going to come over here and play us pretty tough. And, to be honest, we didn't make a ton of adjustments in the second half. We just had to come out and execute better. And credit to our kids, they did a great job of making those adjustments, and the results kind of speak for themselves.
Congrats to Princeton on that win. Let's go to unbeaten Morrison hosting 2-3 Sherrard. And the Tigers going to the air. Talon Anderson, 35-yard completion to Carter Brown. Very common connection there. Sherrard then will hand off to Garrett Woodward. He will get in, fighting for the end zone. He's in. That's a touchdown for the Tigers. Morrison on the ensuing kickoff would field it. Wait for it. Deep in their own end, and a big kickoff return here by Ryan Ryland. Avocado.
Nice blocking.
Good blocking, good tackling.
Joe got a little worried.
Joe was worried, but it eventually ends with this touchdown from Chase Newman, 3-yard touchdown, and Morrison still undefeated, 42-14 final. Let's go to Orion as they look to snap a 3-game skid hosting Erie Prophetstown. Opening quarter, Chargers. Opening possession, Cale Filler to Jake Bainbridge. Nice little pitch and catch here for a first down, keeping the drive moving. That would finish with a Aiden Fisher 20-yard touchdown. It's a good blocking and wide open into the end zone, 7-0. But EP would have an answer. Jeremiah Kochevar in the flat to Dimitri Larson. Add on a penalty after this first down, and they're inside the 5-yard line. Eventually they score on a Justice Huff 2-yard touchdown. This one comes right down to the end. EP gets a 2-point conversion and wins at the final buzzer, 35-34.
Good one in Orion. Another good one in Sterling. It was Newman and Bureau Valley going head-to-head. This one, 14-6 Newman in the third quarter. Bureau Valley looking to come back. Brady Hartz finds a hole, goes 41 yards to the Newman 37, but the Newman defense, one of the best in the area, one of the best in the state, comes up with the big stop. It's Ryan Partington with the nice tackle right here. Bureau Valley can't get anything out of the drive. Later on, it's Bureau Valley looking for some more, but it's Daniel Kelly with a good tackle right here. More great defense. This one close throughout. It's Newman winning this one 20-14. Your final in that one. Halftime here on the score. You got caught up in all the football action. You almost forgot to put the meat on the grill.
Well, I tell you what, I got a newfound respect for, I've always had high respect for Camille and Corey. You are now held in the highest regard.
Why
because
is that?
That's hard.
That's not easy.
What I would really like the viewers to know, the script on your guys' paper was 10 times bigger than the script on mine.
But here's
But yours was typed out.
yours
on
was
the
typed out
handwriting,
nicely.
And you kept me from going to the PV game tonight.
I got 6 words on there.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. You guys are real professionals. Running a golf tournament and charity is so much easier.
Raising millions upon millions of dollars for the Quad Cities, piece of cake. Call a highlight. No, obviously the grill is rocking and rolling. We got a lot more high school football to get to coming up right here on The Score.
What's up, guys? My name is Logan Lee. Whenever I'm back in the Quad Cities, I always make sure to turn on my favorite TV show, The Score. Woo! Let's go! We did it!
welcome back to The Score. I've never seen you work this hard in my life.
That's a fair statement.
Very fair. Andrew Lehman, John Deere Classic Tournament Director and golf expert, maybe?
Golf fan, yeah. I wouldn't say expert.
So someone who is an expert is our good friend Zach Johnson. Are you making phone calls today? Are you chatting with him about the tough day for the United States?
You know, I had a text type today, but
you didn't,
I
did you?
didn't. No, gosh, no.
Not gonna bother him, are you?
We'll rehash the Ryder Cup on Monday when he gets back.
Yeah, and if you're wondering out there, the Ryder Cup, United States down 6.5 to 1.5, but it starts here in about an hour and a half.
Couple hours, yeah.
we'll get to watch some golf after we do this. But let's get back to some football, and let's head up to a big one up in Milledgeville.
Hey, it's here. We've been waiting for it. Right? Been waiting a long time for this one. Look around. This is what you play football for. Not everyone gets these opportunities to play in these games. Enjoy it. Have fun. Play fast. Play smart. Play hard. Leave nothing on the field. We do that, no one's going to stop us. 4 quarters. Get after it right now. Let's go.
Big one up in Milledgeville. Number 1 versus number 2. Amboy and Milledgeville going head to head. This is Connor Nye keeping it, tucking it, going 20 yards right up the middle in a scoreless game. But fortunately, they get to the 3. Nye will roll out the pass, but it is a big play by Amboy's Trey Anderson. Comes up with the interception. That keeps things scoreless. Amboy looking to get on the board. It is Quinn Leffelman with the carry right here. He finds a hole, and he goes about 40 yards into enemy territory. Nice run by the big fella right there. Later, Amboy will get the first points of the game. Almost get them, but check out the sack. Nearly the sack and an incomplete pass. We will show you a final on this one. They started scoring after we left. Amboy goes on to win this one 32-20, your final score.
Hey, let's check out Roba Williamsfield and Stark County. Roba Williamsfield, Riley Danner connects with Spencer Brown for a 4-yard TD strike, and the Cougars lead Stark County 14-7. Late in the third, the Rebels bounce back. It's Nolan Orwig blasting in from the 3. It's 14-all. Fourth quarter, Stark County would move in front by way of the toe of Adrian Mazzano Garcia. 30-yard field goal, 14-17 Rebels. Roba looks to push ahead, going deep with Brady Lindell. Goes high for the pick at the 14-yard line. Let's check out a final score on this one. This was a good one. It's Stark County improving to 6-0 with a 24-14 win.
Knoxville off to a great start to the season. They were taking on Illini West in this one. Not a stretch to say Knoxville's having a great year. And this one is Ian Benzinger turning it into 6 as he dashes 27 yards to the end zone. Blue Bullets, quick bounce back on the ensuing kickoff. Mitchell Parrish cuts the field in half with the pretty return just past midfield. A few plays later, Knoxville knocking on the door. That's Nolan McClay barreling in from 2 yards out, plus a 2-pointer. It was 8-6 Blue Bullets. Second quarter, unbeaten Knoxville gets the big play from McClay. Bouncing outside, sprinting down the sideline. This one going 72 yards right into your living room. That made it 15-6. Bullets, they move to 6-0 on the season with an impressive 42-12 victory.
Let's stay in the LLC. Havana and Anawan Weathersfield doing battle. Opening quarter, no score. A&W driving. Dylan Ori on the keeper and in for the touchdown and a 7-0 Titans lead. It's 14-0. 2nd and 1. Another QB run by Ori, looking a little elusive, brought down before getting into the end zone, but it would eventually set up the next play as he gets down inside the red zone. On 2nd and goal, 1-yard pass from Ori to Colin Hornback for a touchdown. 21-0 at that point, and it would be the Titans cruising to a 42-0 win.
Golden Eagles of Mercer County on the road taking on Elmwood Brimfield. Merco looking to get back on track. They do so with a little defense early on. Big play right here as they hold Elmwood Brimfield short of a first down. They get the ball back and they go right to work. This is Tanner Whitehall. Can't read my own writing. Thank you, Cuff, for reading my own writing. He goes the end zone for the touchdown. That made it 6-0. Merco goes on the road. They get back on track. A big victory, 20-12, your final in that one.
Fulton looking to pick up a little steam as they face Galena. 12-yard run here by A.J. Boardman is good enough for a first down, and then it's another run by the Steamers. It's Boardman, tough running, ends up in a punt, and no points on the board for them, but it's Roman Romer completing the 30-yard pass to Caden Hauber. Quarter ends, they flip sides. Score on this one ends up Fulton with the win, 18-7.
Hey, let's hit the scoreboards and check out some more action from the land of Lincoln. It is A-Town over United by 20. It is Rock Falls falling to North Boone. More scores right here on the score. Ridgewood picks up a big victory. West Central edges Bushnell Prairie Cities 36-34. And one last scoreboard for you. It is Hall over IVC, and it is Dakota over West Carroll 48-0. We have reached halftime here in the score. The pork chops look and smell delicious. We're going to open up the grill, maybe go to the grill cam. There we are. Those pork chops look great. We're going to eat a little pork chops. Got some more high school football to get to right here on the score.
My name is Matthew Bailey, and every time I come back to the Quad Cities, I watch my favorite sports team on the score.
The score play tonight is sponsored by Simply Vain.
Our play of the night comes from the Illini West Knoxville game, and it is McClay for Knoxville Nolan McClay breaking off a 74-yard touchdown.
Ooh, a little slow-mo from Dan
Pearson
Pearson.
with your play of the night.
Hey, let's get back to the highlights, and a good one. 100th time that Macomb and Central Witt has gone head-to-head, and we'll pick this one up, Macokota, in the third quarter. Thank you, Gus. Pick up, fakes the punt, gets it to Kale Kuntner for the touchdown. That made it 14-0 Sabres. To the fourth we go. It's Cole Kobe with the first down catch for the Cardinals as they look to march down the field. Nicely done right there. That's good first down. Later in the drive, it is Kobe again. He can't come up with the catch on 4th and goal. Nice play by the Sabres defense. That keeps him out of the end zone. We'll show you a final score. Central Witt wins this one 14-0. Your final in that one.
Hey, Wilton looking to go to 6-0 as they are on the road at Cascade. First quarter, Beavers Carter Drake Metzger with the sack. That would force a punt by the Cougars. Beavers offense on the field, and it's Drew Keith with a dive to convert on 4th down, and a couple plays later, it's Gatlin Rogers. Touchdown catch. It's 7-0 at that point. Wilton 6-0, 28-12 winners.
We got some scores from the Iowa side of the river that we will get to in just a little bit coming up here on the score. Also, Brian Stocking is coming his way very soon, and we're about ready to have some pork chops. Pork chop sandwiches, just
good.
like we might as well be out at Deer Run.
Absolutely.
And then we might sneak out to Deer Run and golf a little bit. We can do that, right?
Absolutely.
You own the place.
Can we invite Brian?
Yes, please. And
What was his score last time you shot out there?
At a media day, I think Brian carded a 216, which is impressive. He played every shot.
It's not a joke. We got more on the score just after this. It's not a joke.
The score fan of the night is sponsored by Millwright Local 2158.
Our fan of the night is Isla Galliards. She's fighting cancer right now. It's a rare form of lymphoma. At 9 months old, she actually had a heart transplant. She's 12 years old right now. She got to do the coin toss tonight at the Orion game. Thoughts and prayers out to her as she is in a fight against cancer.
Mr. 216 himself, Brian Stocking, with your stats of the night.
Well, Central DeWitt tonight with the shutout. It's their first road shutout since 1985, first shutout of the series since 2006, 100th meeting. And Anawan Wethersfield, first time in school history with 3 straight shutouts. They have 4 shutouts this season, the most since 2019.
All right.
And yes, I did shoot a 2016, lost
No,
about
not
a dozen balls.
206.
200.
All right.
All right, we're going to try this.
Andrew Lehman, what do you think here? You happy with your finished product?
Well, the griller doesn't eat till the end, so go
Well, you
ahead.
got to get yourself one.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm
get
gonna
yourself
tell you
one.
right now.
This is the worst thing because we always eat and then we have to talk. So you got to wrap the show up. You don't eat. You got to wrap the show up. 10 seconds. So Andrew, tell him goodbye.
Make sure you watch the score next
You're
week.
not Andrew.
Say goodbye, Andrew.
Make sure you watch the score next week. Go USA.
Andrew. All right,
They're
yeah.
really good, man. That barbecue sauce is
I was
delightful.
stepping in, so
No.
All right, we're going to
just
chat.
step in to step
We're
in.
still on YouTube, so watch your language
I
stockpile.
always watch my language. I'm a teacher.
Yeah, you are. That's really
We're
good,
not
man.
allowed
Yeah.
to use foul language.
Very good, yes.
Ah,
All
let's
right,
go.
so since we're on YouTube, let's continue this conversation we've had with you here. Just kind of talk about what you do in the off season. What is the John Deere Classic
He
tournament
does
director
nothing
in
for
the
11
off-season?
months, and then he crams everything in. Come
Because
like
obviously
June.
it's a sprint to the tournament, it comes to an end, do you guys take a little break? What are you guys doing now in the off season?
Well, we had a huge year. You know, we're gearing up for charity, our announcement, which will be live with you guys on the 31st of October. Huge year for us. We're excited to announce that charity number at the end of the month. And, you know, we just really had a great year, a lot of excitement in the community. Post-play entertainment for the first time on the golf course.
Right.
So no, it's if I had a nickel for every time somebody asked me that, I'd be a rich man. But we're selling. We've already started conceptualizing what our venues look like for next year.
Okay.
We're actively in the market selling, on sponsor visits, doing donor cultivation visits with all of our donors. So there really is no downtime. But yes, it is a sprint when we get to about, you know, Masters time at the beginning of April to the tournament, and then take a little bit of time to decompress, but then get right back after it.
So now we're just on YouTube. Why don't you tell us who the acts are going to be this year? Just between the four of us and I'm kidding.
Well, I could tell you, I mean, there are lists out there of acts that we're looking at, and I can tell you that it may or may not be bigger than last year.
Telling us that they're
okay.
But talk about that experience, because I mean, it's changing what we've done for a long time, and it couldn't have gone any better. Weather was great, which I know is a big factor you have no control over, but when you guys got done and sat back and looked at it, you had to have been happy with going for it, doing that, and the results that it brought.
You know, we looked at all the things that went well and the things that didn't go well, and it's like a wedding, right? I mean, I don't know that the general public sees all those things, but you can never have enough restrooms, you can never have enough bars. So those are the things that we want to fix for next year. But we are still in the community, whether we're at a charity golf event or at a sponsor visit, and folks are still jazzed up about what had happened here in July. We had heard that maybe this might have been the biggest tourism month ever in July in the Quad Cities.
Yeah.
So we're just proud to be a part of that and bring a signature event to the Quad Cities that so many people love and enjoy, and hopefully we brought a whole new cast and crew to the tournament who may or may not have ever been there before.
We're going to start throwing out musical acts. You can tell us if we're right or wrong. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Tupac. No, just kidding. Probably Tupac. Bad idea today.
Did you get to enjoy any of the concerts? Did you watch them? Did you enjoy them at all, or were you too busy working doing other things?
You know, our team was down in around the 18th hole as they got off and underway to make sure everything was off and running smoothly. But no, you know, we had our board members, our committee members, our staff was out there working security and making sure that we could get people onto shuttles and out of there in a timely manner. So no, we didn't stay and watch music, but you know, you can hear music all over the golf course. You guys did a show.
Right.
You guys did a show
We
during
tried
the concert.
to.
We tried to do a show during it. Do you know, because I think people ask me, it's going to become like, hey, who's coming to the John Deere Classic when it comes to like golfers? You're going to get used to that. You're used to it probably already. Who's coming this year? When can people expect, like we kind of know when the big names golf-wise are going to be announced for the John Deere Classic. It was later in the game when we found out the concerts. I know that's something that I don't think you don't wait till that late in the game to announce that for this year, or do you have a timetable?
No, you know, for us and for our sales cycle, we want to be able to announce them as soon as we can.
Yeah.
So those contracts and
So
negotiations
that
are
will
happening
be-
right now.
That will be.
I would love to be able to announce it early in 2024.
This is my new thing because I used to annoy Claire all the time with like who's coming, who's coming.
Well, you
This
annoy
is
me
my-
too.
Well, consistency, my friend. Consistency. So when it comes to the actual golf itself, I don't think it did get lost in the shuffle, but I think that's what made everything great about this year's John Deere Classic is because it was one of the best fields we've had in a long, long time. We had a great champion. We had a good finish, all that kind of stuff. When it comes to the golf itself, you had to have been thrilled with the field we got, the talent that we had, all of that kind of stuff.
You know, we hadn't had a top 50 player here since 2018, I believe it was. We had 9 here this year. It's the strongest ranked field we've had since our move to Deer Run. Our champion, Sept, goes off and plays great today.
I'm going to hop in. Why was that? Have you looked back and said this is why it wasn't? Have you, or like why was it such a good year?
Honestly, I think it's the changes to the PGA Tour schedule, and there's a premium on FedEx Cup points now. There's a premium on guys trying to play their way into signature events, and you know, we stand proud. The Quad Cities is a great market. It's a great golf community. It was funny talking to JT Poston as he teed off on Sunday and his caddy, and they were like, man, there were so many people here yesterday. It felt like we were at either a major or a signature event. And the Quad Cities never ceases to amaze us, and whether it's attending the tournament or supporting their favorite charity. It's just a very generous community, and we're really blessed to be able to put our event on here.
I think Claire was getting lazy. I think
Let
we
me-
outworked the old boy.
Let me ask
Yeah?
you, since it
No,
is
just
Ryder
kidding.
Cup weekend, and that's another reason why we have you on here, how proud are you to watch it and see Sept Straka, part of Team Europe, Brian Harmon, a former champion, part of Team USA, Zach Johnson, Steve Stricker. There's a lot of names playing in the Ryder Cup that have a lot of ties here to the Quad Cities and John Deere Classic.
Well, you can go look at sponsor exemptions. John Rahm, sponsor
Victor
exemption.
Hovland, John
Victor
Rahm.
Hovland, sponsor exemption.
Absolutely.
Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Zach Johnson. The list goes on and on. Stricker wins here 3 times. Zach wins here. Brian Harmon wins here. A lot of people don't remember 2015 when Jordan got his second win here after winning the Masters and U.S. Open.
Beat Zach.
Justin Thomas led after 36 holes. Nobody
Okay.
remembers that. Max Homa was here in 2015. So there's ties to the John Deere Classic all over the place. And if you watch golf week in and week out, it's almost weekly where somebody mentions the John Deere.
It is.
Right.
And we take a lot of pride in that.
With the LIV and PGA sort of forming together, is that changing the TV schedule, or is it going to still be
Gotta wait
on?
and see, right?
Nope, we'll be right there on network TV on the weekend, Golf Channel.
Scott, he watches the Masters and the John Deere Classic. That's it.
Yeah,
That's true.
My man.
Hey, you got a local.
I wonder what he'd shoot at
Masters.
Augusta.
Before we let you go,
500.
316.
before we let you go, this is a thing that we're not like. We have media days.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that? Scott?
Oh God, it was like maybe, I think I just turned 40. So
And
I was
and
gonna
you're
say
87
no,
now.
2015 or 16?
2015, yeah, 2015 or 2016. So,
So
I
you
would
went
have
out
been 40,
to
41.
golf, and like
Yep.
so it's not best ball, it's a shamble.
It's a shamble.
So basically,
2015
you
was.
use the best drive, and then you play your own ball in.
Yes.
Right.
And you shot a
216, and I lost, I think a dozen golf balls, and I think there's some that still
and
might
you-
be on the course.
And you turned that card in.
Yes.
Very
Well,
proud.
Because you are what you are. You shoot at 216. You're at
You
216.
are what you are.
The thing that I can't figure out is when the cards came in, you're a team.
Right.
You guys are out there as a foursome carding a team
Right.
score, but my man Brian over here decided to write his own
His
score
own
down
score.
for a 216.
I love the fact that you kept it. Is it framed? It's got to be somewhere.
You
in a
know,
safe
you know when the
place.
president leaves a note in the Resolute desk? Claire did not leave the scorecard for me, but he may still have it. I'm going to find out.
That's amazing. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
I hope it wasn't too bad for you.
No, it's past my bedtime.
I know you're a big fan of. Yes, we do want to do the Iowa scores. Hold
Okay.
on, hold on.
Oh.
But I know you're good friends with Camille and Corey. I appreciate you tolerating me for the last little bit.
Let's suck it out.
No.
Be
Brian,
a
give
good
him the
idea for the
scores.
19th hole next year. Me playing around.
No.
Here
Be
comes. I think
interesting.
I put the
Here's some Iowa
scoreboards up.
scores.
Too.
Okay, here we go. Hempstead turns away North at the goal line as time expires. Hempstead beats North 21-14. Beckman over Durant 35-0 in the fourth quarter. Clinton scored 19 in a row. They trailed though Oskaloosa 22-19 in the fourth. Clare Creek Amana beats Burlington 34-21. West Burlington Notre Dame shuts out Central Lee 27-0. Meepo is now 6-2 in their last 8 means they beat Mid Prairie 38-7. Columbus scores the most points in series history. They beat L&M 70-14. Lisbon beats Wapello 68-0. Lone Tree over Calamus Wheatland 48-6. Central City scores 65 in the first half. They beat Easton Valley 93-22.
Stockpile, great job. As you can tell, it's really cold outside.
Yes, it is.
Stock's
I'm
got a
freezing.
sweater and his trench coat on.
I'm freezing.
And,
So
I'm in shorts and a t-shirt.
Actually, I'm not freezing because otherwise this would be buttoned up. So
Okay.
it's not
Thank
as
goodness.
cold.
Thank goodness.
All right. To YouTube, thanks so much. How do the kids say it? You subscribe, you like, you comment. You
watch.
That way you can watch.
I'm
us.
looking at you,
ring
kid.
Ring the bell. That way you can see us every week.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back next week with a guest grill, and we'll get back to the Iowa Hawkeye theme next week.